It's Week 18 of the NFL, and we'll see tight end Dawson Knox, author of an elite.
And we are underway in Buffalo. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win, like a good pitcher, without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Howard now. Off the play fake. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. The Bills had 10-6 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Here's Howard on 3rd down. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
In recent years, we've seen a lot of love for North Dakota State in the NFL draft. And Trey Lance, he's a great example of what the Bison are sending to the league each and every year. This guy looks like a franchise quarterback. He wants his opportunity to prove it to the rest of the league.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. The Lance going to throw. And a little floater there is incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 completion. Here's Lance. And it's knocked away and incomplete. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Out come the Bills as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And they will be in the playoffs as champs of the AFC East. But as it stands right now, Charles, they still would have to host a game on Wild Card Weekend because they're still looking up at that number 1 seed.
And that's when you tell your team, remember, guys, at the beginning of the season, what was our deal? Let's win our division and get to the playoffs. That was job 1. Let's not get greedy about the whole thing, because whether or not they end up with a first-round bye or not, you and I both know this team's going to be a tough out in the playoffs.
It's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
They'll run with Patterson. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Howard throwing on 1st down, and Davis has it over the middle. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to throw. Howard. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Patterson is in. Touchdown, Bills. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to have a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On 1st and 10, and the ball is knocked out, and the Bills have recovered.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Howard. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Butker's kick here is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. So the fumble recovery hadn't set up an ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Niners set to take over on offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. That's swung out wide to Sanders. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Well, this defense for the Bills, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lance over the middle, and it's incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Lance looking to throw it. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Howard. Over the middle here to Brown. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Howard. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he's out of bounds. Able to take this one up to the 35. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3-and-out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Now Howard on 1st down. And a quick throw here. That's complete. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Patterson running between the tackles. And another juke. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. On 1st down, going back to Patterson. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun. Howard, quick slant to Brown. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter as that's a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Howard. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. This is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. 3rd down, here's Patterson. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with 4th down and 1. Back to throw. Howard. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there. Gets the ball. Touchdown, Bills! A.J. Brown, his 9th touchdown of the season. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board. Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw to the defense. They have no answer for that right there.
Butker now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lance, man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Another run here with Sanders. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. On play action, Lance. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, Lance. And he comes back with 1 complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance. Steps away to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. On the draw, here's Sanders. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. This from 36 yards out. And this one is right through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. A little brief second of indecision there was certainly hooking, but bottom line, it's good.
Yeah, and, getting a little bit of English on it, right? That left-footed kicker trying to pop it through. A little bit too close to the right upright for his liking, but he'll take the 3.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He threw a touchdown pass last time they had it. And they'll look to get him in the end zone again here as they start with the 1st down. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Howard. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
To throw is Howard on 1st and 10. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. They'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Back to throw again. This will be caught at about the 5. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll run with Patterson, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play.
Well, Week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Back to throw. Howard. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And this brings up a 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Howard. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Butker's kick here is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And Lance's throw taken in by Wayne here.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bills going to take over now late in this first half. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. Well, we get our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat, and it's the Bears who have the lead. Justin Fields, 4 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We continue on with a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Niners. And not much went right in those first 2 quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Meanwhile, for the Bills, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line.
Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
And they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1, and, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. Moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long.
Now Lance.
And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And they call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Let's take it inside his own 40. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Throwing to start the drive. Howard.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 41. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10
at the 41-yard line.
To throw, it's Lance.
Looking for a slot man, and he's got him. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
And Lance now to throw.
Dancing to his left.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Here's Lance to throw it.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he is going to have a Niners 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
2nd down, back to Sanders.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
A brief pause in the action here as they tend to an injury. That's George Kittle shaken up on that last play.
And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lance returns it right back to Samuel. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Lance now on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10, Lance. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing is Lance on 3rd down.
Escaping the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. And his kick is good. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Bills ready to take over. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, He ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw. Howard. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Howard now, throwing on first down. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw. Howard toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Another completion right back to Patterson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Straight ahead, Patterson.
Good footwork at the 30. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
53 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up for the 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Howard. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis there to make the grab, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is now 24. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Gabriel Davis.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Second down, back to Sanders.
And just not a big enough hole to break this one. He gets it to the 35 after showcasing that tough running of his.
Algier will try to pick it up.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Lance.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now in Buffalo. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Throwing again on 2nd down.
Lance.
Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Lance now on 1st down.
This will be caught at about the 6. A good display of footwork. It gets him just inside the 5 to the 4. To throw again on 2nd down.
Lance.
Flushed out right. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Trey Lance
taking it in from 4 yards out. They'll look to throw.
And the Niners are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure. But that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready. Because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
The 49ers ready to kick it away. And here we go.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Buffalo set to get the football back here.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. That catch puts him 80 away from 1,000. He's now at 920, and 920, that ties him with Torrey Holt.
That's a great name to remember, but the number, 920, almost boggles the mind, doesn't it? You're talking about 80 catches away from 1,000? What a phenomenal achievement. If he gets there, I have no reason to believe he won't.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
61 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Here's Howard on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. The Bills on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 12-yard line. That third down conversion good for 23.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he'd continue to do so.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Howard looking to throw on second down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bills are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. I heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC.
And it's a good news, bad news proposition for them. Mostly good news, and that's that they clinched a playoff spot. That's the important thing. Bad news, though, if they want to make a Super Bowl, for the moment at least, they'd have to do it out of the 6th seed.
And bottom line, everybody wants to play at home during the playoffs. We know that's a given. But nothing builds character for a ball club quite like winning on the road in the playoffs, especially when no one thinks you can do it. And if you win one and gain confidence, who knows, you might get on one of those magical runs.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down.
Lance looking to throw it.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
And now they'll throw with Lance.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Javon Kinlaw,
credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Throwing now is Lance.
That's going to be caught by Samuel.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Lance to throw on 3rd and 1.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. That's 20, 10, 5, and he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Butker on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Lance going back to the air after the pick six.
He finds his man, complete. It's Bush. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Looking to throw again on second down.
Lance over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
It's caught by Sanders. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Throwing again on second down.
Lance.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body.
And the Bills are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. And they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Again, Patterson.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Patterson, he'll try it up the middle.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Out of the gun, a run with Patterson.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Buffalo,
they conclude the regular season with a final record of 11-6.
And now they're